Hello everyone. I am so excited to be going live again today. I have been consistently going live every single day and it has just been amazing. I think it's made a big change in my business and not so much in monetary. I've been having a great month. That's not the problem. But it's been amazing for me to just provide value every single day. I'm talking about a different topic. I'm helping a different part of my audience out, and people love it. Hey, Catherine, I'm so glad you're joining me this afternoon. Normally I do these live streams in the morning, but today I did go live this morning, and my battery died. I was in the wrong spot. It was kind of a disaster this morning. That's okay. I just rescheduled it into my day because I'm very committed to doing these daily live streams. So if you're joining me live, here's what you need to do. You need to comment and let me know where you're joining me live from, so I know if I'm talking to people in California, if I'm talking to people in, I don't know, Alaska, wherever you're joining me from, let me know. And also, I want you to share this video. This is going to be a very helpful video to a lot of people, and if you share the video, I'm giving discount codes to the people that share. So no matter if you're watching the replay or if you're joining me live, if you share this video, I'm going to give you a discount code that you can use at any point if you ever decide that you want to work with me or not. So first things first, let me know where you're joining me from and share the video. And I'm just going to basically share a little bit about, I get so many inquiries into what my design process looks like, how I do it, why I'm unique versus other designers, why my design method works better than all the other designers. Basically, what is it like with Maria Wendt and how will it help my business? I get asked that every single day. And so I thought I would make a live stream about it so that if you've ever wondered and haven't reached out, this is your live stream. This is where you get almost like behind the scenes into my business and what it looks like to be a client of mine. Because I know that if you follow me, if you're in my Facebook group, you see a lot of the clients that I work for and you see kind of the befores, the durings, and the afters. And that's the front end view. But if you've ever wondered, what does it actually look like to be branded by a professional? What goes into that? What do we do together? How does it help your business? How does it take it to the next level? This live stream is for you. And it looks like Catherine is joining us from New York and Erin's joining. Erin, welcome. Happy afternoon. I hope you had a great day today. If you're joining me live, which I see a few people are hopping on now, just a reminder to everyone, if you're joining live, first of all, share this video, and I'm going to be giving a discount code to everyone that shares. So make sure you share this live stream. This is important to do that because I want to help and reach as many people as possible. And you guys don't see the behind the scenes where people watch my live streams and it's the exact thing that they need to see at that very moment. So by you helping share these videos, you're helping me help other people. So share the video. And then secondly, let me know where you're joining from. I want to know if everyone else is enjoying this beautiful, gorgeous weather. It's like 95 here and it's just beautiful outside. So that's kind of like the businessy stuff out of the way. I'm just going to go ahead and launch into talking about what it's like to work with a brand designer. This is going to be helpful for you if you have thought about working with a brand strategist, a brand designer. You've wondered if it's right for you, but you're not quite sure. Hey, Brittany, I'm so glad that you're joining me today. Good afternoon. I'm so used to saying good morning to people. I have to catch myself. But yeah, so if you've ever wondered what it's like to work with a brand designer, and if you've ever wondered, is this going to help my business? This live stream is for you because I'm going to share what we do together and then what the end result is. And then you can kind of take that information away and decide if that's a good fit for you in your business. And Erin says she's joining us from Texas. Erin, it's got to be so hot in Texas. What's the weather there? Here it's like 95 and that's pretty hot for where I'm at, but I can't imagine what the heat is in Texas. All right, so let's just do a hypothetical here. Say you're a client of mine. What does that look like? What's the first step? What do we do first? Well, typically, if you're a client of mine, you got on the phone with me, and Ned, you're in Reading? I'm in Reading too, Ned. That's bizarre. I have to message Ned after that because Ned and I are literally in the same town. I'm freaking out. I literally am in Reading, PA. It's right near where I'm missing. That's bizarre. Anyways, we'll put a pin in that for now. Ned, send me a PM after that. That's unbelievable. Anyways, say you are a client of mine, you just signed up, you're ready to move forward. Typically, there is a few month waiting period. Not a few months, but sometimes it's a few weeks, sometimes it's a few months. But typically, there's a waiting period, and that is actually awesome for you. It's not a bad thing as a client because what that allows you to do is work on the very first step. And the very first step as a client of mine is to go through these branding workbooks that I give you. So the first thing that you do as a client is you get access to branding workbooks that you work. And these workbooks are very special. In my opinion, these workbooks are how a lot of my clients get booked solid. A lot of my clients make a ton of money. A lot of my clients start attracting the real clients that they want to be working with. It's because these workbooks make you dig deep. And when you work with me, I don't allow you to hold yourself back. I don't let you, play it small. I make you play it big. And so part of that is you going through these workbooks that I give you and answering the questions not just superficially, but really digging deep and getting very clear, not just on your vision for your brand, but your vision for your life, for your business, for all of that. And so what my clients find is that at the end of doing these workbooks, they have a much clearer vision on what they're going to be doing in their business, how they're going to be promoting themselves, who they're going to be promoting themselves to, and they feel like instead of having a bunch of ideas floating around in their head, they have very clear things that they have taken out of their head, written down on a piece, on a piece of paper, and they have a lot more brand clarity and a lot more business clarity. So you work on those workbooks while you're waiting for your start date. So typically the start date, it does depend on each client, but it's anywhere from a few weeks to a few months, but the few months being on the more rare end. Let's see, Ned, I'm at the Starbucks in Reading, PA. I'm literally here every single day. So we should definitely meet up, Ned. And then Aaron says it's windy and hot, but I love it warm, Aaron. I love the warm weather. I just sit outside and I soak all the sun up and it's awesome. Okay, so say you're my client, right? And you did the workbooks and now at this point you're so excited to start working with me and you are so excited to get your brand done and you're ready and you're fired up. That's perfect, because the next thing that you do together with me is we create your Pinterest vision board for your business. And that is where you and I together, we go on Pinterest and you pin things that you like and logos that you like or colors that you like or images that represent your vision for your brand. And then I do the same thing, right? After taking your workbooks, I look at, okay, if let's say a hypothetical business coach, she wants to attract new entrepreneurs. We're going to start, looking at the colors that are going to appeal to new entrepreneurs and the images that will appeal to them and the general vibe of the brand. And that's what we're going to pin, we're going to start pinning it all together and getting a visual understanding or a visual idea of what your brand's going to look like. So that is the second thing that we do together is create your Pinterest vision board. And that takes the step from the conceptual, okay, workbooks, we've got an idea of what we're doing, but it takes it from the conceptual to the visual. To at that point, okay, these are the colors that we're looking for, these are the fonts we might be using, this is the general vibe that we want our brand to have. So the Pinterest vision board is super important. So usually at that point, it's our start date, and so we're ready to get started. We're super excited. We have a much clearer idea of where we're going to be going with your brand, and so we start with what I call the brand mood board. Basically, the brand mood board is what gets everyone excited out of their minds to start working because it's the first part of their brand. It's the first element. I like to call the brand mood board a visual roadmap for our 2 weeks together because we take everything that we did in the workbooks and then everything we did on the Pinterest board and we combine it together into this visual, like a vision board. It's a mood board, a collection of curated images that reflect where we're going to be going with their brand. And this is great because this kind of takes this step. It starts to be more structured. You can tell that you're working with a professional because the images are, they're blended together, they go well together, they fit, and you start to feel like, okay, this is how my brand is going to feel. These are the emotions that it's going to be evoking. This is where we're going with it, and it's really exciting. And it's like, wow, shit's getting real. We're ready to start doing this. And so people get really excited at that stage because they've had this idea for their brand for a really long time, and it's finally happening. It's finally coming together. So that's what we do next. Then after the brand mood board, we create your, I would say, brand identity. So that's the logo, the alternate logo, the watermark, an email signature if that's something that you need. And it's basically the branding identity. That's like the first big chunk of what we do together is all of that. And with the logo, we really take into account a lot of market research, a lot of market demographics, because it's important to have not just a logo that looks good. It's important to have a logo that speaks to your audience. So that's where I think a lot of entrepreneurs, they kind of miss the big step. They miss the big picture. So they have, a logo that looks good, a logo that maybe even looks professional, but it's not speaking to their ideal clients. Their ideal clients see it and they're not attracted to it. And that is a big difference between a logo that works and a logo that doesn't work. You can have the prettiest logo in the world, but if it's not speaking to your ideal clients, it's going to be repelling them. instead of attracting them. And so we really make sure that we take the time to get the logo right. I do a lot of market research before I do the logo, but then afterwards, what I do is I get on the phone with a lot of people in my clients, say my clients' potential clients. I get on the phone with them and I ask them, I typically show them 3 different versions, and I ask them, what speaks to you the most, all of that. So it's really important to do a lot of target, market research with all that so that your logo is speaking to your ideal audience. So we do that, and then same thing with the alternate logo, same thing with the watermark, same thing with the signature, all of it's the branding identity, the brand identity side of things. After we do that, then we move on to the next big stage, which is the website stage. And you guys all know that if you do your website right, it is a place to get warm leads. My website sends me leads every single week. A lot of my clients are booked out months in advance. After branding with me, they've had their best months ever. Truly, if you do your website right, it makes it easy for you to promote it because you love it and you're proud of it. But then B, people come to it, they're drawn to it. They see it and they're not, most people click off websites in like 3 seconds or less. The statistic is crazy. But if you take the time to do the website right and to build it with not just visual, like not pleasing visual, but also with strategy, that's how you're going to be getting those leads sent to you every single week. That's how you're going to be getting yourself booked out solid, and that's how you're going to take the pain out of sales. And so we work together not just to create a website that's pretty, but we work together to create a site that will actually attract you clients. And that's the return on your investment. That's where it makes sense to invest in branding. If you invest in branding, what you're going to get is a return on that investment because you're going to have the foundation of a brand that attracts clients to you. And that's what we all want, right? So that's what we do. That's a big chunk. That's a big chunk of our time together is building the website and, making sure the copy speaks to your ideal clients and making sure that it's easy for them to book a call with you or to contact you, however they, would take the next step to working with you. So we would try to make it as easy as possible for your clients to get in touch with you and for you to really start making a serious, consistent income in your business. Hey, Vicki, I'm so glad that you joined. And for everyone else joining live, I'm so glad that you're here today. If you guys have any comments, leave them in the comment section. I will definitely get to those too. I love it when you guys feel free to ask questions because that's really what this live stream is about. It's a way for me to get in touch with you, but it's also a way for me to answer any questions that you have. So, by the way, Ned, if you're still watching, I'm going to send you a message after this because I can't even believe that we're in the same town. Yeah, Aaron, the pain out of sales. It's really true. I'm not a salesy person. I'm not a pushy person. I never like to pressure people into making a sale if they're not ready. And so what I found is by focusing on my brand, by getting that foundation right first, that basically did the sales for me because I no longer was out there, posting to thousands of Facebook groups and sending thousands of messages and feeling like I was just, up against a brick wall. What I found was instead, I focused my energy and my time and my money on building the brand first, and then everything else fell into place. And so that's what I recommend a lot of people to do. It makes sense to take the time to build that solid foundation first so that your marketing can be that much more targeted, that much more efficient, and that much more effective. So yeah, pain out of sales, it's a big part of what I do because if you build the foundations first, everything else falls into place and it's so much easier. So finally, once your beautiful branding identity is done and your website is done, the last step is the promotional and marketing side of things, which would be things like your Facebook cover image, your, if you have a Facebook group, your Facebook group cover image. So I create social media templates. So if you're the kind of person that's spending a lot of time in Canva, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be, you should have templates that you're using over and over again instead of wasting hours trying to figure out Canva. So what I do is I provide templates for my clients so that they're not constantly spending time in Canva trying to figure it out for themselves. It's important, I know that as a business owner, you have to focus on your strengths and make the most out of your time. And if you are spending time in Canva, you're not, maximizing your time. You need to be going out and attracting your ideal clients. Maybe that's doing interviews, whatever. You know what you need to do marketing-wise, but I'll tell you what, you sure as hell shouldn't be in Canva making graphics. That's my job. That's what I'm good at. And so what you should do is start delegating things like that so that you can focus on the things that you're good at in your business. So we basically create, say you do a lot of in-person marketing. We would create business cards instead of the social media stuff if you promote yourself in person. But basically the third section of us working together is the marketing side of things, because we have the brand, we have the website, now we need to market it, now we need to promote it, now we need to get you that return on your investment. So the third chunk of us working together is making sure that you have the right visual collaterals so that you can promote the brand that we just created. So that's what we do. I work one-on-one with clients for 2 weeks. And so during those 2 weeks, I don't take on any other clients. I give you 100% of my attention, 100% of my love. And at the end of it, you have I think someone's calling me. Let me just pause this. Sorry about that, guys. I had someone call me through Facebook. At the end of those 2 weeks together, you have a brand that is not only beautiful, but it's strategic. It helps you get more clients. You know exactly how you should be promoting yourself. And what I find is a lot of times people subconsciously hold themselves back. They are afraid to send people to their website because they know that it doesn't reflect them. They are afraid to send that email. Oh my gosh, that person. Hang on one second. Stop calling me. Sorry. Sorry about that. I had a second call come through. They're afraid to send people to their website because they know that their online presence isn't reflecting who they really are. So if you're a professional and you feel that your brand isn't reflecting you, it isn't showing you as the expert that you are, what I would recommend you doing is send me a PM, and you can inquire about my availability and my start, what your next start date would be. My clients, they love me. I can show you testimonials. Everyone always gets huge results from working with me. And I really don't have to sell because of that. Like if my own brand isn't selling for me, the testimonials of my clients do. So send me that PM. You know that you need to start delegating things in your business, and branding really is the place to start delegating. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in tomorrow's